All men are created equal, endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights. Hey there, how you doing? My name's Tim Robertson, and we welcome you back along this journey we're calling America, the good, the bad, and the beautiful. Today we're going to talk about your rights. Do you know where your rights come from? The founders believed that your rights are inalienable, which means they cannot be infringed upon and they cannot be taken away. Why? Because they're innate or built into that person, which is called natural rights or natural law. That's where we look in the Declaration of Independence and we see the words, the laws of nature and nature's God. Everything in nature wants to live. Therefore, you have a right to life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. You have a right to think what you want to think. You have a right to say what you want to say. You have a right to associate who you want to associate with. You have a right to private property. You say, private property? Yeah. Go try to get a lamb chop out of a tiger's mouth and you'll understand property rights. And try to take away a cub from a mama bear and you'll know they do not co-parent with the government. Those rights are inalienable, meaning no one can infringe upon them. No one can take them away, and that includes government. But government does give you some rights. They're called vested or legal rights. The founders believed that natural rights come from God. President Eisenhower would say, "You can't explain free government any other terms than religious." The founding fathers had to refer to the Creator in order to make their revolutionary experiment make sense. It's because all men are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights that men can dare to be free. You might be saying, well, I'm not very religious, and I don't believe in God. I've often said, I don't care if you're a double atheist or a triple Satanist, you want your rights to come from God. Why? Because they cannot be taken away by government. See, this is how the founders understood it. You had God, the king, and the people. As you look, the rights come down from God, but it has to first of all pass through the king. This is called the divine rights of kings. That's where we get Romans 13 to respect authority. But in America, we didn't want a king. We got rid of the king because our king was a tyrant. And now our rights come directly from God. And I think that's beautiful because if you get rid of the king, we're all equal in the sight of God. If you look at socialism and communism, their main objective is to get rid of God. Why? Because now all your rights come through the king or the state or the government. And they get to pick for you what rights you have. And if they give you rights, they can tell you how much and to what degree and to whom. And that's why it always fails. And you're just some social creature that needs to be controlled and given your rights and told what to do. Just recently, on the news, some Heidi something or another said that there's a big threat against America, and it's called Christian nationalism. So what is Christian nationalism? According to her, it's those Christians that believe that their rights come from God. I find it interesting that former Democrat President Bill Clinton would say, the Declaration of Independence delineated the very idea of America, that the individual rights are not derived from the generosity of government, but from the hand of the Almighty. With that being said, does that make Bill Clinton a Christian nationalist? The only reason they use the bigoted term nationalist is they're trying to compare Christians to Nazi Germany. Nazi stands for National Socialist Workers' Party, which I find interesting because socialists are the ones that want to get rid of God, so your rights come from them. What I also find interesting is that Hollywood is obsessed with Nazi Germany. When you have media talking about Nazis and the film industry talking about Nazis, you've got propaganda. So I hope you understand where your rights come from. Your rights are inalienable. That means no government, no despot can take those away. I hope that blessed you. In the meantime, we want you to stay blessed and live free.